Advanced English vocabulary. Listen and repeat. Adam Collins was notorious for making up weird stories about his own life. By these means, he also succeeded in promoting himself to the top. I can't think of the correct answer. Could you drop me a small hint, please? The knowledge and eloquence that people gain through traveling is usually perceived as the best fulfillment in life. It's usually difficult to establish Patrick's whereabouts. He's constantly on the move. The local newspapers write about the boy's praiseworthy courage. After all, he was the only one who hurried to the rescue. Rarely did we go sunbathing during our holidays in Italy. Everybody failed to work out the correct answer. My sister won't go out after dark. She is so timid that she's afraid of her own shadow. Does this Rolls Royce belong to your uncle? You're mistaken. Samuel doesn't come from Argentina. He is a Jew, and he lives in Israel.
I'll go upstairs to make sure they have already vacated the rooms. One of the horses wasn't strong enough to keep up with the swift pace and dropped back after the third lap. Betty told her younger sister to leave her alone because she didn't feel like playing games. George takes a real delight in practicing snowboarding. He has won the national championship twice already. We approached the hut and saw a senile man shelling nuts into a wicker basket. Angie suspects this man of stealing her watch. What usually repels individuals from committing themselves to strenuous exercise is the fear of fatigue, discomfort, or even the inhibitions of being outdone by true fitness zealots. The route we had chosen couldn't have been more perilous. There were tropical forests and rivers with alligators all around us. Never before have I seen more picturesque landscapes than here in the mountainous region of the Alps. Much as we respect Britain's expertise in archaeology, we're not going to employ him this time.
Hadn't Pat let me copy her homework, I would have been reprimanded. Living on the skirts of a big city may have its good points. Consider at least cleaner air and lesser traffic. You are under no obligation to check every passenger. You can do it at random. The idea to pay a visit to the local council residence was welcomed by all the visitors. The inaccurate information misled us into thinking that it was a half-price flight to Chicago. This tin contains poisonous gas, and it should be handled with caution. The landlord was very generous to us. All that we consumed in his inn was on the house. I'm afraid you'll have to buy a new hairdryer. This one is beyond repair. Mark usually suffers from seasickness whenever he travels by ship or ferry. Eddie had imagined life on the farm to be enjoyable and peaceful, but the reality turned out to be totally different.
My father has gone to Bristol and left the office under my charge. Didn't you dream of having a dog or any other domestic animal as a child? Mike's interest in practicing karate dropped off rather quickly, and the boy started to look for a new hobby to take up. Stop telling me about this tournament. I don't care about it. You'd be risking your neck if you swim down the river without any assistance. My bills are overdue, and all my money's gone. I'm really in a tight corner these days. Do you remember the exact definition of this mathematical rule? The farmers' hopes for any better weather faded away after they had heard the forecast for the weeks to come. The Stenton's son must be giving his family a lot of trouble and worry with his wild ideas. I had a strong determination to complete my dissertation by the end of the month. Substantial damages will be paid to the able-bodied who suffered from the worst injuries during the war.
It's essential that you hand in the documents in person by Thursday. How is your business, Jerry? Oh, I can't say it's thriving, but I can't complain about it either. The policeman waved at Danny to pull up at the lay-by. They say that a friend in need is a friend indeed. In the face of all these arguments, I had to back down. The Riauchefort Company had been our major supplier of stainless steel until we signed a contract with you. I thought paying with check was preferable to cash in some of the luxury hotels. Amanda's father works as a general practitioner in the Hamsworth Hospital. My tooth isn't aching at the moment, but the unpleasant feeling of stiffness still lingers on in my mouth. There's much to your advantage if you can rely on your wealthy parents taking care of you all the time.